Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Around the Pin, the official Golfletes podcast sponsored by Smashletes. My name is Ryan, and I am the creator and owner of the Smashletes brand, and I want to thank you all for tuning into our 8th episode of Around the Pin. Today I am joined by my co-hosts, Bryan and Scott Shearer. We'll be going over a handful of topics in and around the world of golf, including a recap of the Safeway Open this past weekend, a discussion about what our perfect weekends would be, a new This or That segment discussing whether we'd attend a Friday at a major or spend a whole weekend at a smaller tournament, and finishing off the show by answering one of the hardest ever questions sent in by you, the listeners. The Golfletes crew and I love doing these podcasts, and we do appreciate the ever-growing support each week. Stay tuned to the end of the show to find out where to submit your questions for an upcoming podcast. So, grab a drink, sit back in your golf carts, and enjoy this week's episode of Around the Pin.
Good morning, friends, and welcome in to today's episode of Around the Pin. Today is September 13th, 2020. Bryan Tao, Bryan Doss, good morning to you, kind fellows. How are you guys doing this morning?
Fantastic.
Super duper.
Great. I love that. Love it. We got a lot of great topics for today's episode, as Tao has already mentioned. Before we get to that, we are brought to you by Smashletes. Smashletes is Ryan Tao, our CEO and founder of Golfletes, his page for baseball. So if you want to switch up the script a little bit and go look at some baseball content, go follow us there. But don't forget to also follow us on Golfletes. That is at Golfletes for our Instagram and our TikTok, and at Golfletes1. And if you want to do us another favor, go follow ATH Outdoors. That is our Smashletes Outdoors page. At the moment that we're recording this, they are very, very close to 1,000 followers. So go help them out. We really appreciate you guys. For all of our friends and listeners out there, we appreciate you listening to today's episode. If you're not already listening to us on Apple and Spotify, we are now on Apple and Spotify podcast.
Woohoo!
So that makes 3 different outlets for you to listen to us. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Apple, and you can find us on Spotify. So we got that going this week, and we are very excited about that. Boom, baby. Super excited about that. But without further ado, let's get into today's episode. The Safeway Open. At a late finish this weekend in Napa, California. But the big story of the weekend is Stewart Cink coming home with the win, $1.1 million, nearly 1.2. And guys, this man is a veteran by all means. He is 47 years old. Can you imagine? This guy has had a long career, man. 47 years old, but he managed to take the win today. So congratulations to him. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on the Safeway Open. Phil Mickelson made his return to the PGA Tour after spending some time on the PGA Tour Champions. He absolutely dominated there, but as we see, it doesn't always translate. So he comes back and finishes tied for 44th. The other big name is Jordan Spieth, who did not play well either this weekend. But unfortunately, that is not unordinary for Jordan Spieth. We are kind of in a point in his career where he is either really high or really low. So that's pretty much the gist of the Safeway Open. Like I said, we don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's get to our first segment pretty quickly here. This is a segment sort of like Hall of Fame, but what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about our perfect weekend. So as you guys know, golf is a primarily weekend sport, especially professionally. But as avid as golfers as we are, we love our weekends. We are very picky about what we do, and especially as golfers, man, we just want to go out there and have fun. So we're going to do this. It's going to be kind of like a game. Maybe we'll see what the viewers like, who the viewers think has the most relaxing or most chill or most fun weekend. So let's do that. You guys ready for that?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
So I'll start just to kind of give you guys a kind of example. So this doesn't pertain to golf specifically. Obviously, we're going to have some golf sprinkled in there a little bit, but this is your typical weekend that would just be perfect for you individually, but don't be afraid to throw some other non-golf stuff in there as well. And we'll use it as like a time frame of like right now. So about mid-fall, still some heat in the weather, but it's cooling down. You got a lot of sports going on, especially right now. So we'll take it that way. So I'll go first. We'll start on Friday, go through Sunday. Obviously, the way that I want to start any weekend on a Friday night, I go to work on Friday morning, Friday afternoon, so I kind of have that. My Friday nights, I like to chill. I like to hang with my guys, hang with my friends, have a nice meal, maybe go out and do something fun. So something I actually did lately here recently was an escape room down in Memphis. Memphis has a bunch of good escape rooms. So that's like escape room or like a movie or like a Top Golf type thing. Of course, we don't have Top Golf around here, but we have a Top Tracer range. It's pretty much the same thing. So like that's my Friday night, right? Like I want to hang with the boys, have a good time, spend a little money, not a whole lot, but spend a little money. Have a good dinner mixed in there. Okay. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, because we got golf to play this weekend, so we got to save up some money. So, a chill, like having fun activity type Friday night. And Saturday morning, this is the best day of the weekend, okay? You wake up on Saturday morning, wake up a little early, like right before lunch, like around like 9 or 10. All the college football games are starting. All right, getting going, getting kicked up all the 11 a.m.s. You get up, have you like a little brunch, have you a nice little like an early lunch, late breakfast, watch your college football. You kind of chill, but I mean like really chill on Saturday night. I'm talking like a nice dinner, but you're not going out anywhere, okay? Saturday is the day you stay in, okay? Because everybody's going to be out and about in town. You stay in, you watch your football, okay? Stay in your pajamas. If you're a man's man like Bryan, you cut the grill up, okay? Flip some burgers, some steaks, watch the young kids play football, and then that's that. You take
Are you
take
saying
yourself
that
to bed
Brian's
pretty early.
old? Is that what you're implying?
No. I'm not saying
Hey,
Bryan's
I-
old. But Bryan, I think if I remember correctly, Bryan knows his way around a grill. So
That is
so
true.
you do
Brian
that.
I
can
like to
grill.
think I
I like to think. I mean, hey, it's not. We can't overcomplicate things, right?
That's right.
So you go do that Saturday. Sunday, you wake up, say your blessings, go to church. You get out of church, go to the golf course. I saved up the entire weekend Sunday for the golf. I'm taking golf all the way to the end on the caboose. You play your afternoon round of golf. You get home, and that's when the ultimate relaxation begins.
Your
Get home from
Sunday
golf.
relax.
Sunday, relax. You get home from golf, take a shower, okay, and you have a nice dinner, something you make within your own home. You're not paying for anything because you paid all the money you want to pay, and you watch your Sunday NFL primetime game at 7:30, and you go to bed and get ready to start the week.
What's the-
Perfect weekend.
Scott, what's the one public course that you would drive to play on that Sunday round?
On that Sunday round, hands down, Tunica National. I used Tunica National in my Hall of Fame of golf courses. It is just an awesome, very pristine, very well kept golf course. Their weekend prices aren't terrible. It's what you would expect for a weekend price for a nice golf course, something I'd be fairly willing to pay on most occasions. So you go out there, play around. It's about a 25-minute drive from me, so not bad at all. And it's a really fun course too. So it's one of those courses where you can have a bad day but still have fun. So
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that is my perfect weekend.
I like that. That's a good chill weekend.
I like that a lot.
I eat a lot out during the week because you go into work, back and forth to work to home, and then like for me right now, I'm still a student, so I have homework, so I eat a lot of like fast food and stuff during the week.
Mm-hmm.
So like on the weekends is when if I go out to eat, it's going to be something good. And then if I stay home,
yeah.
I try to stay home and eat. I want to cook up something of my own. I want to get the grill fired up, something like that. So I like to
I like that.
put a lot of attention into my food on the weekends.
No, I support that a
I like
lot, actually.
Tell me your perfect weekend.
My perfect weekend? Obviously, you come home from work on Friday. You're done with it. You're just over it. The week is over. You don't have to deal with it anymore, until Monday morning.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
until Monday morning comes back and haunts you. But Friday nights, I like to come home. Preferably, I get to go, like you said, I get to go eat something nice. Maybe have an early dinner, I guess, with the guys, if possible. And then I'll come home. Ideally, I would like to get on there because I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Friday nights, I get to come on, get home, stream, have a good time with the community that I've built over there, play video games, which is something I've always enjoyed doing my entire life.
Right.
So get to do that. Probably get to bed pretty late, probably more like midnight, 1 o'clock, which for me, that isn't very late.
It's fun. Yeah.
But I'll wake up Saturday morning. I'll sleep in a little, so it'll be like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Not too late, so I can, still get up and have a whole day ahead of me. And from there, I honestly, if I could get to do it, it'd be like you get to go spend the day either with the family, with the guys, or just relax all day. Whether it's like you said, for me, it'd be watching esports rather than regular sports. Because
Yeah.
I've like this weekend and the past couple, it's been the Rocket League Championship Series has been going on, like qualifiers and all that, and I enjoy watching it because I enjoy the game a lot, and I get to see some of my favorite professionals perform on the big stage. So it's cool for me if I could get to do that pretty much all day on Saturday and not have a worry in the world. And then Sunday, wake up Sunday morning, have a nice breakfast maybe. If I could, ideally would go to Cracker Barrel. Get up, go to Cracker Barrel pretty early in the morning, have a nice breakfast there.
Sunrise sampler.
Oh, yes. And then for me, I wouldn't want to stick around to one golf course. If I could do it, I'd prefer to go to multiple ones, if possible, and just jump around each weekend to go play a different course on Sunday. And, of course, go out there and play 18, if not 36 holes just for the whole day.
Yeah.
And just get my golf in for the weekend and almost for the week because, the weekdays trying to play it's difficult, but it's not impossible. And I just don't get to do it as often as I would prefer. So if I can do that on the weekends, just hop around to see which courses I, like more and more, which of course will in turn to me going more and more to them each weekend. But yeah, I'd say that's my ideal weekend is a lot of relaxing and get to enjoy some of the things like you said on Saturday that I like to watch, just to chill out and relax, and then grind it out Sunday on the course.
See, it's funny that you say that, talking about watching esports and stuff. It's something that we joke with you about, but I have such respect for you and all of like the big time gamers out there because me and Bryan and the other guys, we play video games just like for fun, like not near the level that you played at. And it's always funny to me because when I've watched esports on TV too before. Like I watched the 2K gaming and stuff that they put on ESPN there for a while. And then I used to watch League of Legends a little bit. Didn't understand it a whole lot, but I would watch them play. And it was so funny because, and this is not being insulting at all, but like most of those guys play so much and they put so much emphasis on their like playing the video game that they don't get as much social time as we do.
Yeah.
So like they'll win and they get so hyped when they win, but they have like no idea what to do. Like they don't know, they don't know how to express their joy.
No, it cracks me
funny,
up.
like
You'll see guys so like funny. Me for like Rocket League. That's the game that I play the most. I have like 2,700 hours into the game, which is like over 100 days worth of my life put into this game. And there's a guy whose screen name is Squishy. He's one of like the most well-known Rocket League players. He has over 10,000 hours into the game.
That's nuts, man.
He's a professional, of course, but there's so many hours that people put into these that you could just tell when they compete how much they've put into it.
Oh, it is so crazy. Like me and my brother were playing Madden this weekend, and we did the thing where we did the franchise where we draft our own team.
That's fun.
And you just basically it's so fun. But we made it like 2 games in, and my brother was pretty much playing at that point. I just kind of helped draft the team. And, like, he didn't even finish the game. He's, like, throwing the controller. And he's going to hear this, which is – but the funniest part about that is he's going to hear this and be so mad at me. But he, like, couldn't even finish the second game of the year because it was – I mean, it's hard, dude. Video games are hard.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. There's certain games out there you play that are easy and you play it for pure joy. And there's some games that are meant to be challenging. And it's so funny with how irritated you can get. But I have so much respect for those e-gamers, man. They do some hard stuff. And that takes like most of that's not natural. Most of that's like just hours and hours of practice.
Hours and hours. Yeah.
Bryan, tell us what your perfect weekend looks like, brother. And interesting enough, you're the only one in the group of us 3 that have a wife. So I'm ready to hear this one. You better not slip up and say the wrong thing either, because you'll get on you.
I won't. Man, so perfect weekend. It's a really good question because I feel like I have so many hobbies that it's hard to cram it all into a weekend, so you kind of have to pick and choose.
Yep.
And so my perfect weekend, I would have to say, depends on the mood I'm in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But what I'm going to roll with is Friday. Like y'all said, you get off work, come home. Sarah and I, my wife Sarah, she loves to cook. So Friday, get off work, come home to a nice
What a blessing.
home-cooked meal. Just hang
What a
out.
blessing.
It's a football weekend, so there might be a big football game, college football game Friday night. That'd be really fun to maybe. Here we go. This is what it is right here. Come home, get the grill hot, flip some burgers, get some sausages. Sarah's in the kitchen cooking up dips, some sides, different stuff like that. A little finger food action. Have your close friends over.
Oh,
watch the
yeah.
football game. Enjoy company. Nothing crazy. Everybody go home.
I'm waiting for this to actually happen.
Everybody go home about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Call it a night.
Yeah.
Wake up Saturday morning about, 7:30. Get you a cup of coffee. Grab some breakfast. Then invite all your buddies back over.
Ugh.
And we're going to have full-blown tailgate at the house. Cornhole,
Oh,
wings on the
That's
grill,
nice. That's
cheese
real
dip.
nice.
TV set up everywhere, football on the TVs,
All 18 of them, yeah.
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 Oh,
Do that
my
all,
God. Everybody bring your own TV.
all morning,
BYOT.
afternoon.
Bring.
and probably go into the evening. Then everybody go out on the town, maybe have a couple drinks, just hang out. I don't know, maybe go to like a Chili's, Buffalo Wild Wings bar or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something simple, something simple.
Yeah.
Hang out with friends and family. Rest of the Saturday, Sunday, wake up, like you said, Scotty, say your blessings, go to church, get off church, go get your quick bite to eat. Quick bite, light food, nothing heavy.
bite.
Then go hit the course, probably play 9 holes or 18, depending on how tired you are from the night before. And I don't know, man. Then after that, I guess you just kind of turn in and get ready for the next week.
Whew.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that weekend to actually happen. That sounds like a nice
Sounds
weekend.
like fun, doesn't it?
Let's get everybody over there to
You gotta-
Jonesboro.
Yeah.
We'll roll
Oh,
over.
man.
Except we're not
Hey,
going home Friday
Bryan?
night. We're staying the night.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to go home from Jonesboro.
Going home to my own bed.
Yeah.
As you walk
Or
around,
you got that new
walk
house.
around the corner into the other room.
Yes.
If the people are watching on YouTube, they'll see. But you got the a little bit newer of a background here, a little bit different change of scenery. You got the new house,
Yeah, you're looking at HGTV itself right here, dog.
HGTV. Man, that's awesome. You're gonna have to have us out there when you get settled in, man.
Oh yes. We're gonna have to have a big group gathering, get together.
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome. I'm really surprised you didn't throw hunting in the mix in there anywhere.
So I said at the beginning, and
It depends on what mood you're in.
see, hunting
Yeah.
season technically hasn't started yet, so that's why I went with that. If you'd have asked me September 26th and after, it'd have been different.
Yeah. See, that's going to be crazy because September 26th is the day that SEC football starts this year. So
I'll be in
on that Saturday, I'm gonna be like this on the TV. And all the viewers on YouTube can see that, but I will have my eyes glued to the TV on September 26th.
Oh yeah.
So I feel so old now because I'm getting to the point of maturity that back when I was younger, like high school, junior college, freshman, sophomore year, I only wanted to watch Ole Miss football. Did not care to watch anybody else just because I felt like it was Ole Miss versus everybody. And now I'm to the point where like, oh, there's a football game on. Let me just sit back and relax and watch this game. Like it doesn't even matter who it is.
No, see.
And I'm not even like,
Oh, buddy, I am not that old. I
I know. See, I feel so
can't,
old saying
I
that.
can't just sit there and watch anybody that's on. I have to pick and choose. I don't even watch TV, let alone sit there and watch a sports game on TV for 3-4 hours. So for me, it's like, I don't know.
That's
I
why
guess I have to really be in a football mood at all to watch any game. And then from there, I got to be, like at Super Bowl, that's different. It's a big game. It's a big deal. Like when we went to St. Louis, when they had those fights on the screens up there, we were all watching that, getting hype as hell over it. But it's like,
that was fun, dude.
you're in the mood for that at the moment. Yeah. Like that's how I am.
That was the night that female fighter got her face just like boiled up. Like it was like way swollen, looked horrible.
Oh yeah.
I remember that, dude. I don't know. I guess it may be because we were without sports for so long that I was just at the point where I'm just dying for anything. But I don't know. I was talking to you guys before we hit record about how I've always had like a grudge against football because it overshadows baseball so much. But I don't know, man. I'm just to the point where like if there's like a decent football game on, like I'll just sit down and watch. Doesn't even matter like who's playing.
Yeah.
But that's why this past Thursday was really cool because there was, oh my gosh, it was NFL, MLB, NBA, college football, WNBA, golf, and that's 7. And I think soccer, maybe MLS or some other soccer games, all on Thursday. And so there was like a big thing. Like normally we would never have that many different sports playing at once, but we did. So
Scott was sitting there like, oh,
yeah,
being able to watch anything that he wanted.
Yeah, needless to say, me and my brother and my really good buddy who also has a sports podcast were at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we were there for like 3 or 4 hours. We ate our
everything.
Food, watching everything. It was awesome. But we may not experience that ever again, honestly. I mean, because it was all professional or college, like Division I college. That was nuts. But those weekends sound amazing. I would be down, obviously my own, but you two, like I would be down to just be along for the ride with any of those weekends.
Oh
yeah. So let's get to another game we got going on here. This or that. This is something that is sort of a staple for our podcast. If you're an active listener, then you know this. But this or that is a game that we play for the newbies out there. That basically we give 2 scenarios, and each of us will pick our preference for each scenario. So this week's scenario is, would you rather attend the PGA Championship for one day, and it's not a Saturday or Sunday? So this is like opening round, like a Thursday or Friday for the PGA Championship, or the entire weekend for the Waste Management Open, or Waste Management.
So just like a smaller tournament. Basically.
Right. So the gist is a major versus a non-major.
A minor.
But yeah, I don't even know if that's like how it's called. But that's what I was going to say. But it's basically, but you only get to spend one day at the major, and it's not like a moving day on Saturday, and it's not championship Sunday. It's either the opening round or Friday, or you can spend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at a smaller tournament, which we just for more detail have decided is going to be the Waste Management. So. Either Tao or Bryan, I'm going to let you guys start. So, Tao, you go. Tell us what you think and tell us why.
So, obviously, to watch a major would be fun. It would be really enjoyable, especially on an opening day. You get to go and you get to watch some of these big-name guys that we've all watched for the entire season either, kick ass or suck ass, one of the two, to start the round off.
Yeah.
But I think, personally, I would go with a full weekend of golf. I get that it's a lower tournament. It's not as big. It may not be such a big prize pool, but at the same time, if I could go for an entire weekend with my buddies, I think it'd be a blast. You get a full weekend of golf to go out, enjoy whoever's playing. You get to watch golf be played with your boys. You get to drink as much beer as you want to on the course because naturally, as we do, you do that. But yeah, it's like an entire weekend getaway, really, with the guys that you can go have. And I think I would be more down for that.
See, that would be awesome. It's funny that you say it, talking about drinking the beers, because surely you guys have seen this, but the video resurfaced somehow of the guy from this past year at the Waste Management where he's like on the phone. He's just so belligerently drunk that he's like barely standing up, and he's like walking back, like waddling backwards because of how drunk he is. And it was so funny.
Golly.
But that's a really good point. It's just tough, because some people will probably say that, they would rather see the major because it's a major.
Yeah.
But then there's also the people who are probably on your side who think, well, it's one day versus 4. I mean, you got to be an idiot to pick one, but, maybe not. So, Bryan, I want you to make your pick. Before you make your pick, I do want to preface it with this knowledge. You're actually going to get to attend the PGA Championship this coming up year, correct?
Yes.
So do you know if that's one day or multiple days, or how's that going to work?
We're going Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So
that's pretty cool.
The whole weekend.
So let's take this as if you're going to get to go like on Friday, just Friday. And this is something you're actually going to get to experience, but without the experience as of right now, take it like that. So you're going to either get to go Friday or you get to go the entire weekend at Waste Management. What do you pick?
Okay. So I'll say this too to kind of preface my opinion. I've never been to a major tournament. The only tournament I've been to is the FedEx St. Jude Classic, and I didn't get to go the whole weekend. I got to go one day. So I'll say this, and I might have a different opinion after I go to the PGA Championship, but I'm going to go with the full weekend, basically for the same reasons that Tao said, and that's because it's a full weekend of golf. There's still going to be some really good golfers. Probably a few big names, just not near as many. But at the end of the day, a lot of the big names I don't really care to see anyway. I only want to see a few of them. So maybe they'd be there, maybe not. But how cool it'd be to be.
Hey, Waste Management's a good one, dude.
A full day. That would be dope.
Waste Management is. We probably loaded the barrel there with picking the Waste Management as our smaller tournament because I think anybody would want to go to that one, even for one day.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's still a good question. I still think there'd be people out there that would choose one day at PGA Championship.
I think so too.
Oh, definitely.
I guess I would have to see. I'm so torn because here's my best reasoning for the PGA Championship for one day. Take Brooks Koepka, for example. Brooks Koepka, by the numbers, by the stats, this is factual, you can look it up, plays almost an entire different level of golf in majors. Like, the guy is lights out in majors, plays just way better than – I mean, he's still a great golfer, and he plays well. I mean, obviously he plays pretty good pretty much every weekend. But if you go and look, his strokes gained and his average score under par in the majors is, like, astronomically higher than an average, like, your normal tournament. So, like, yeah, and stuff like that. And then, obviously, I don't know anybody else off the top of my head that has that same jump. But, I mean, if you think about it, those guys seem to play a little bit better when it's a major. And it's kind of weird to say that because the competition's harder. But, I don't know. I feel like if you go to a PGA Championship, you're going to see a different type of golf than if you go to – I don't want to say the Waste Management because Waste Management's good too. But if you go to some of these other tournaments, like Safeway Open this past weekend, that's two completely different levels of golf. Yes, it's on the same tour. Yes, there's some of the same guys. But major golf is major golf. It's on a whole nother level.
It's very true.
So
I agree with that.
part of me would love to go to the PGA Championship for one day and just get to see, even if Tiger has a bad day, just to see Tiger swing a golf club in real life.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. Or, to see Phil put one, greenside, like in the hole, whatever. I would even go as far as say, like, some people won't like this because I feel like I've formed this hate group of my fandom from Colin Morikawa, but I would love to just go watch Colin Morikawa play in a major. But so part of me says that, and then obviously for the same reasons you guys said, part of me says go watch for 4 days at the Waste Management. That tournament is built for the fans. And that's what people.
I think you're right. I think we loaded the barrel there with the Waste Management.
Yeah, that's okay. I think it's cool.
It's okay.
I mean, it is. It's just, man. That like I said, that tournament is built for fans. They make that a fan experience type tournament, and the players know that. The players go into it. They play different ways. Like, you had Tony Finau this past year wearing the Kobe jersey and putting it so close, almost made a hole in one in a Kobe jersey. And it's just awesome. So it's so hard to decide, man. It's so hard.
I'll say, if I got the opportunity to watch Phil play, the one thing that I would love to see is for him to overdrive the green and put it into the stands and then get up with his wedge on there and flop it onto the green.
Off the grandstand.
I would love to see that in person.
Imagine being... Go ahead, Brian.
You sure? Okay. Yep. So I did get to see Phil play a couple of times at the FedEx St. Jude Classic. And I'm just going to say, his tee game is not strong. It's not.
That's why his rough and greenside game,
off the charts.
So what you're saying is me and Phil play the exact same way.
Yeah.
I'll have the worst tee shot in the entire world. I'll put it in the woods. Not next to it or in the rough. No, in the woods. And I will somehow par a hole.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Phil this weekend, man. Hitting driver out of the rough right in front of the green.
What an animal.
Who does that?
An animal. That's who.
Who thinks to do that?
Dude.
I mean, goodness gracious, rough that was like as tall as like a soda can. Can't even see the ball. And he's like, I watched the video of it, and what was great about the video was you could hear his dialogue with his caddy, but he was just like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. It'll come out fine. It'll be okay.
The old Phil
And
Mickelson
he freaking
try.
does it, man.
Did you hear his
Oh, lefty.
dialogue after the shot when he was walking up the fairway with JB Holmes?
He
No.
was talking about his caddy didn't believe him or something.
Yeah, he's talking about he goes, oh, what did he say? It was something like, yeah, man, he didn't think I should do it, but
Yeah.
I just had to go for it,
Yeah.
And JB Holmes goes, man, I thought I'd seen everything in golf, but that right there, that was the first. That was the first.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's awesome. Oh man, somebody's got to be the opposition, man. I'll take PGA Championship one day. I mean, I don't want to be boring here. Not that y'all's answers are boring, but somebody's got to be the opposition. So I'll take PGA Championship one day. I'm gonna watch some of the best golfers on the planet play their best game ever.
I like
So that would be super fun. But at the end of the day, you offer me tickets to any PGA Champion or PGA Tour event, and I'll probably take them. So, man, that was pretty fun. I was torn there for a while. I really didn't know what to do, honestly. Like I was sitting there, I think you guys were just kind of chit chatting, and I was like, I have to say my answer still. I don't know what to say. But,
I thought about it a
Oh,
while
it's
when
them.
you sent it to us, because I mean, it is a big thing. It could be the one day that you get to go to a major, everybody shoots like 64s, like something insane.
oh yeah, yeah.
But then again, like we said, for the weekend at a different tour where you get all of us for an entire weekend, it's also fun.
Yeah. That would be, I mean, oh man. What I would do to just go see some of the guys play that are playing right now in person. That's why I hate that we couldn't, because I feel like if we would have had fans allowed this year, that we would have made it out to FedEx St. Jude. I think we could have made that happen.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
I
So
think
next
so,
year, we're going to have to make it a point to next year go to an event, which would probably end up still being the FedEx St. Jude, but still it would be awesome. But we got to get out and
It's still
see
a
some
cool
golf
tournament
live,
to go.
man. Especially now that it's in the World Golf Championship event. It's awesome. So, let's go to our viewer question this week, guys. This is probably the most detailed, most really in-depth question.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it's really going to blow you guys back to your seats because I know what the question is and I'm nervous to answer, but it's a really good question and I can't withhold it. I gotta put it out. So this comes from Chris in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Shout out, Chris. Thanks for sending
Shout
the
out,
question in,
Chris.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the show and interacting with us. So this Chris says, and this is pertaining to the U.S. Open this weekend, which is at Winged Foot. Chris says, the last time the U.S. Open was played at Winged Foot, the winning score was 5 over. With the Open being the most difficult course these players will face every year, do you think older veterans have an advantage over the young players who tend to be far more aggressive?
Oh.
Or do you think when you play a course this difficult, it's better to attack it and play aggressive? So basically, this Winged Foot, and I've done my research, Winged Foot is a pretty tough course. It's in New York, and from what my best guess, just off of the research that I've done, is that it plays a lot like Bethpage. So very narrow, a lot of trees, and the rough is very, very thick. Really fast greens, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically saying, and they've had championships here before. They've had big time tournaments here before. This isn't, the first time we've ever played here. This isn't like a Harding Park situation where it's, fairly new to the PGA Tour. So, and obviously with the past being 5 over being the winning score from last time they played here, he's basically saying, does some of the older guys, some of the older veterans who have maybe played here before, play more conservative, have an advantage over a younger, more aggressive type golfer? Like, you think of like a Bryson DeChambeau or a Joaquin Neiman who, hits the ball 330, like these guys that are going to bomb it. So given that, you have, and I think I saw a video the other day, a guy took an Arnold Palmer, like the sweet tea lemonade mixed in the tall boy can, the really tall can, and put it down in the rough, and it completely disappeared.
Oh, dear.
So that's the type of rough that they're playing in this week. The course is in really, really good shape from what I've seen. And the greens play really well. They're really fast. So what do you guys think? Do you think a veteran would have a better chance here, somebody that has played this course before and will probably play a little bit more conservative? Or do you like these young bombers coming out here this weekend playing aggressive?
Oh, that's
Either of
so
you can
tough.
go first.
That is so tough.
Chris is trying to bamboozle us here.
Oh man, like you said, there's both ways will work really well in this course, depending on how it goes for them, right?
Right.
I think. Oh, that is so hard because the guys that are playing conservative,
I
they
think
know
it's
the
a-
course, they know where the hardest parts to reach are, so they know which place works
Right.
and which is like safe.
I think it's a
Oh,
risk reward type situation. You know what I'm saying?
oh, I
It's
definitely
a
think it is.
you. Yeah. So like it's you take the risk, you do what do what you think is best, but with every shot, especially off the tee, you're risking a certain amount to reach a certain reward, and neither is guaranteed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So and something that we've seen, like we'll use Bryson as an example. He's obviously the highest outlier of aggressive play, going over trees and driving as far as he possibly can, getting like his philosophy basically being, I'm going to get as close as I possibly can from the tee box
mm-hmm.
for my second shot. And then on the other side of that, I think of somebody like trying to think of somebody. I'll say Tiger Woods. I mean, because Tiger is probably a good example just because, and Jesse will want to kill me for saying this, but he's not going to drive it as far as Bryson would. But he plays conservative. A lot of times where you'll have tee boxes where guys will hit woods or drivers or hybrids, Tiger will hit irons, and he'll go iron
Well, that's
and play a
probably
little bit
just
more
because he
conservative.
is such a great iron player. I mean, that's a smart
Right.
move from him.
He plays to his strength.
So even-
Yeah.
Think about it that way. So you have a really young Bryson DeChambeau who's going to hit it as far as he possibly can and try to get as close to the green or his shot into the green, where you have a Tiger who is going to be more conservative and he's going to try to get in the fairway first before he tries to get close to the green. So, I mean, what do you think? And you don't have to use those exact examples, but those type of players, who do you think will have the advantage this weekend?
With
With a course that we know is challenging. This is a
Yeah.
course we know it's challenging. Obviously, the last time somebody won, it wasn't even under par. It's a par 72, and the course rating, which is basically the average score, is a 74.
Oh my.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the younger guys. I think the guys that are gonna be trying the risks more than the safety, they're gonna have a higher confidence because they haven't played the course before. So they'll be like, oh, I can do this, and they're gonna go for it. And it's like you said, it's a risk reward thing. If it pays off, it's gonna pay off big for them. Compared to the guys that play it super safe, they won't necessarily take such a big risk and potentially take a stroke or two off of the hole. And I think that the young guys, I think it comes down to a confidence thing for me. Because they've never played it, they don't understand. I mean, they have an understanding to a degree, but they don't have a personal understanding of actually playing the course. I think that confidence will boost them and help them play better with a risk factor.
Right. Bryan, what do you think, man?
I think the conservative player, no, not conservative, but the more conservative player is going to win. But it might be a younger guy. I think it's going to be the younger guy who is slightly aggressive but leans towards conservative, if that makes sense. I don't think a vet's going to win it. I think it's going to be a young guy that wins it, but I don't think it's going to be a young guy that comes out and tries to hit 340-yard bombs every single time off the tee box. I think it's going to be the guy that's he'll take hybrids off the tee box. So he's going to leave himself a 5 or 6 iron or maybe a 7 iron in instead of a 9 iron in or a 56 degree in. I think that's going to be that's going to be the guy that wins it. Maybe. Then I'm going with it.
Maybe.
I'm going with it because at the same time, like you see videos of the greens and they're fast. Man, those greens are fast.
Yeah.
And so you almost want to that makes me want to say, with greens being so fast, the dudes that can get it closer to the green and have a shorter approach shot with a higher lofted club are going to be able to, have better
placement,
ball placement in relation to the pin.
Yes.
Therefore, easier putts.
Yep.
But
I like that answer.
I'm still going to go with my conservative young guy.
Yeah. See, I agree with you there. I don't think it's going to be a vet. And I say that to say this. I think it's going to be a younger guy who does play conservative, and my pick will be this guy. But the first thing I think of is that rough. That
Yep.
rough being so thick,
Yeah,
so
that's
dangerous.
scary.
That takes me back to just not this weekend with Safeway, but the past weekend with the Tour Championship over at East Lake. Very similar situation, very tall rough, and what did we see? We see Rory McIlroy, one of the best golfers in the world, one of the best golfers to ever play, who duffs one into the water out of the rough, almost just as thick. And then you see all these different mishaps and guys having to take safe plays. And something we say a lot in golf, you got to take your medicine. Take your medicine when it's presented to you. And basically what that means is when you have a shot, and it's funny that I'm about to say this, don't try to be Tiger Woods, right? When you have a shot in a crappy situation, don't try to be the hero and get to the green. You're going to, take your punch out, get back out in the fairway, and then set yourself up for an up and down, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think it's going to be a conservative player this weekend. I don't like the vets because I don't like a lot of the vets that are in this. I like a young guy, so I'll go back to you, Bryan. I think it's going to be a young guy that's conservative, but it's just the rough that scares me because you're going to have to be in the fairway to be successful this weekend at this golf course. So I just think guys who are aggressive, maybe too aggressive, are going to find themselves in the rough way too many times, and it's going to end up being the downfall of their score. So I'll take a conservative young guy over anybody else this weekend. So if that's all we got to say about that, again, Chris, thank you so much. Shout out North Mississippi.
That was a tough one.
That was probably our toughest question so
Holy
far.
cow.
So congrats to you.
Yeah, no, that was tough.
But
Very good.
but a great question nonetheless. So shout out to you and thank you for being a local listener for us. Obviously, we are based out of the Memphis area, so we appreciate you and appreciate your support. So without further ado, we're already talking about it. Let's get to our final topic for tonight, the U.S. Open at Winged Foot. We're going to make our picks. Obviously, as we've said before, I don't want to beat the dead horse. We got a really tough course this weekend, pushes some above par scores, and you never know. Some guy might go out there and tear it up. Some guy might. So let's make our picks. I sent you guys earlier the list of the Vegas odds, but you guys may not even need it. You may have your picks. I'm going to go ahead and get my pick out of the way because I know Tal knows who I'm picking, and I'm sure Bryan knows who I'm picking. I've ridden him all year. I'm going to keep riding him because he's the best golfer walking the planet right now. Colin Morikawa. Colin Morikawa is going to come out on top this weekend. And my Colin Morikawa hate group, my Scott Shearer hate group that I have formed through the Golfletes Instagram.
Literally, it's literally Jesse Kelly. That's it. It's just him.
yeah. So there you go. If you want to hate, go ahead and hate. Oh, look, I'm not saying he's God walking on the planet right now, okay? But he's playing a lot better golf than a lot of people are right now, okay? He's not the best. He's not Tiger Woods. I don't want the group to start lashing out again at me because I'm saying he's Tiger Woods. He's not, okay? But no one can deny that he's playing some of the best golf, better golf than most people are playing right now, other than maybe Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, John Rahm. And with those guys, I'll take him over those guys every day, okay? He's playing good. This is a course that will demand excellence, and I think he's going to bring it this weekend. So Colin Morikawa is my guy. What do you guys have?
The last couple times that we've done our choices like this, where it's been a bunch of big names, I've naturally gone towards Bryson DeChambeau. But I'm going to change it this week. And I looked over this a lot, and I had to put a lot of thought into who I wanted to pick because Bryson's up there. He's got way better odds than a lot of people do compared to what you might actually think watching the tour. Like, just watching these past weekends, you might not think that he has a 14-1 odds. That's what I have on here for him to win. But for me, and this might be a shot from left field. It really might be. I'm going to go with Hideki Matsuyama for my pick. And
that's Bryan's boy.
The reason there's a reason I'm picking him, and it's kind of funny because this weekend in general, I've been playing a whole lot of the PGA Tour, the 2K21 game that just came out. I've been playing a whole lot of it, and Hideki has been kicking my ass every tournament. He has been kicking my butt.
Hideki, baby.
Every single tournament. So it makes me want him to win this one just so I can be like, yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
He's got a smooth swing, dude.
He does.
Smooth swing. And he's played really good golf up to this year. I know obviously this is a new season, but the past season that Lily just ended, he's played really good golf. So
Yeah.
I like that pick, man. That's Brian's guy. Brian always talks about Hideki,
I
man.
like Hideki. He's good. He's a good golfer.
Yeah.
I watched him play at the FedEx St. Jude Classic too.
Wow.
He stripes.
Oh, I believe that.
Stripes.
Yeah, when he's shooting
And,
8 under in
he's the
these
guy-
tournaments virtually, it's pissing me off.
Virtual Hideki has pushed you to pick him this weekend. I
Yes.
love that.
That too.
Brian, who you got, man?
I'm gonna go with the guy who plays some hot golf at East Lake. He's a younger guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great golfer, and I think he's gonna bring that same fire, that hot streak that he had in East Lake.
Uh-huh.
Feeling confident. I feel confident about this pick. For those that listened to last week's podcast, I picked Jordan Spieth. He didn't make the cut. It was a terrible pick.
Drum
I
roll,
realize that. Boo for me. But this week, going with Xander Schauffele.
Okay.
Xander.
I'm
That's
about
my
that.
boy.
Schauffele.
I'm about that.
Love that, dude. Yeah.
I think he's
If
got
he
a good
comes out this
chance.
weekend hot,
I like that pick a lot.
good chance.
You know what's crazy? You talked
I
about
like
how
that
your
pick,
pick
dude.
last week didn't do so well. Neither did mine. I think he tied for like 35th.
I didn't make the cut.
But the guy that I said right at the end of the show that I said I should have picked Doc Redman, he
Yeah.
tied for 3rd. He tied for 3rd. I knew I should have picked him. I can't believe that I didn't.
Do it.
Dang.
So, Tal, I want you to, if you don't mind, really briefly, we're reaching our time here. We kind of set a goal here, but will you talk to us about PGA Tour 2K21? I know that's a hot game right now, dude. There's so many people playing it. It's ridiculous how many people are streaming it and playing it, and it looks really fun. I haven't got a chance to play it yet. I played the year before. I played last year's game all the time. Just tell us about the game and what you think, especially coming from you, a guy that takes gaming pretty seriously.
I honestly enjoy it. It's really relaxing to play. It really is.
Mhm.
Especially if you you don't want to take it too hardcore, you can lower the difficulty of it and
Yeah.
basically just make your shots go in from wherever you are on the hole.
That's not fun. Come on, guy.
I mean, no, I have mine set up pretty difficult, so I actually want to put some effort into it if I want to win the tournaments. But I've really enjoyed playing it. I played it this past weekend, and I've probably put 8 hours into the game. The
Yeah.
night I bought it,
Gosh, it's
the
nuts.
night I bought it, I played it until 3, 4 a.m. No, I went to bed at 6 a.m.
Oh.
the next day. And
Jeez, man.
so I guess maybe I have more like 12 hours into the game. But I try to go
Lord.
through and play as many courses that I want to play personally. I played TPC Southwind,
Yeah.
where we're talking about with the St. Jude Open, and I shot a 59, and I was like, yeah, I could do this in real life.
Let's go.
Ciao.
I saw your clip. I saw your clip where you hold out for eagle.
Yes.
From
That was
135
awesome.
yards out. Oh,
Yeah.
and I
Shout
freaked out. I was
Shout out
going
Twitch.
crazy.
Just for all the viewers, we got a Smashletes group Snapchat, and we get a Snapchat from Tao at, I don't know, probably 2 a.m. There's 59 at TPC Southwind with the comment that says, "Suck it, boys," or something like
Love
I
it,
think
dude.
I don't remember
love
who it was. I don't know if it was Hunter or Bryan that was like, "Yeah, you wish."
That's awesome, man. I really need to get the game. I'm lacking. I haven't got the game yet. Been spending some money on some other stuff, but it looks like a really fun game.
I think it really is worth
you
it,
guys don't have-
especially with being able to play it against your buddies. You can do a
Yeah.
1v1 match. I think it's 9 holes for a matchup, and I mean it's so fun. And I know there'd be a lot of shit talking that would go on between everyone while they're playing.
Yeah. Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
But it would be so fun. I saw Dude Perfect did a video where they played it, and they played it outdoors,
Oh my.
and they played it so you had all these distractions for every shot. So if you went in the water, they would literally throw a bucket of water on you, and you had to continue playing the game. Or they would, if it was windy, they would this huge fan would blow right into your face, and they'd take a leaf blower and blow it in your face. So it was super funny. But that would be awesome if we could maybe like set it out to where we competed against each other on there. That would be super
Heck
cool.
yeah.
But if you guys don't have anything else, man, that's going to be our episode for today. We really appreciate all of you listeners out there. You guys are friends with us, just like we really appreciate you listening, and we think of you guys as friends. So we really appreciate you guys listening. We are so happy that we are finally on Apple and Spotify. You can go all the way back to episode number 1 and listen to us from 1 all the way through. This one will be number 8. So we have not wasted any time getting all the episodes on there. So go back to day 1, listen through episode 8, catch yourself up, or just catch up right now and just start right here. But we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, and as always, we're on YouTube. So follow us on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. That's at Golfletes for Instagram and TikTok, and at Golfletes1 for Twitter. And don't forget to find us wherever you find your podcasts. Always interact with us. Send us DMs. Ask us questions. If you have something you want to hear about on the show, please reach out. We really appreciate all the feedback. And I will ask one more thing. Now that we are on Spotify and Apple, it is super important that we get some reviews in there. So if you guys feel inclined to, give us a review, give us a number of stars out of 5, or write us something out. But as always, if you want to hear something, just let us know. We really appreciate all the feedback. Ryan, Bryan, we really appreciate you guys being on the show today. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Before we go, I do have one very special shout out. Let me pull it up. I don't want to butcher this. Baby Ray Kelly. Happy birthday, Baby Ray Kelly. And that is our good friend, our co-host, Jesse Kelly's grandmother. That's where he is. We are missing Jesse and Hunter tonight, so they are definitely missed. Hunter is up to his neck in work, and he's moving into a new house, so he's got that going on. And Jesse is celebrating Baby Ray Kelly's birthday tonight, so he couldn't make it, but we decided we were going to give her a shout-out. So happy birthday to you. We hope it's an amazing birthday, and we hope Jesse isn't bothering you too much. So hopefully from now on we'll take them off your hands. You don't have to worry about them, but shout out. Hope everything goes well. And again, I appreciate you boys coming on to the show. And as always, don't forget to pluff your butts. Have a good one.